Hello, and welcome to Of the People. Violence in the name of politics. Ladies and gentlemen, in 6 weeks, we have had not one, but two attempted presidential or assassinations of a former president. The last one, obviously, being in West Palm Beach. And here's the thing. The press's reaction to this, nothing. The public's reaction to this, ho-hum, business as usual, nothing. Hamas brutally murders 6 hostages, and the world community, much the same, nothing. And now the Department of Justice just released the bounty letter from Ryan Routh, who was the guy in West Palm Beach who tried to kill the president. But even though the Department of Justice hasn't charged him yet, they released a letter where he basically says, I'm going to try to assassinate President Trump. And if I fail, someone else has to finish the job, and I will pay you $150,000 if you succeed. Now, how he's going to pay $150,000 from jail, I don't know, unless they let him out on bail. But here's the point. The Department of Justice did not have to make that document public. They could have kept it under seal, presented it to the judge if they're trying to present evidence. So at the end of the day, I'll leave it up to you, the listeners and the viewers, to figure out why that was presented in the way it was. But I think the reasons are pretty obvious. The bigger question is, how did we get here? When did the average American just take all of this as business as usual? And where is the line that we cross where the average American, and I don't care which party you are, says that this is not right? Where is all of this? Forget about the elections, right? If it's a free and fair election, Donald Trump wins this thing going away. And I will tell you that if Trump is elected, he will not be sworn into office on January 20th, which is my prediction. You can figure out what that means as the listeners and the viewers, but to me, it's sort of a baseball thing about 3 strikes and you're out. We have gone so far over the cliff on all of this and on the precipice. But those of us who are old enough to have lived through history, right? We've lived through the Cold War, the Kennedy assassination, the RFK assassination, the Martin Luther King assassination, the Vietnam War, Watergate, the oil crisis, the Iran hostage crisis, the attempted assassination of President Reagan, the fall of the Berlin Wall, the attacks in the World Trade Center on 9/11, and now October 7th. Those of us who are old enough to remember history know that this isn't about us. This is and should be about the world that our children are going to inherit when we're dead. That's why we do this. America, when is enough? When is this complacency end? We've had 2 attempted assassinations of a president, former president, probably future president, and it's not on the news, much like the hostages are not on the news, right? When is all of this going to be enough, right? Growing up, when I was learning about World War II and Nazi Germany, I always wondered, how was it? Because not all the German people were part of the Nazi Party. How was it that the people of Germany did nothing in the face of the evil that was Nazi Germany? I never understood it, but I understand it now. Edmund Burke, the famed philosopher, said that the only thing necessary for evil to prosper is for good people to do nothing. I don't care which party that you are, right? But is it any wonder that most of America clings to its guns and religion? Because unless you're trying to transform America into something that it isn't, violence in the name of politics should be absolutely unacceptable. And I don't care which party that you are. It shouldn't matter. Until America says that we have had enough of this, nothing is going to change. And it's not going to change in the elections in November, regardless of who wins, because you have a divided America. Violence for political means needs to stop, and we need to find a way to move beyond this. And it's not going to happen until the majority of Americans say that I have had enough of this, or not. And that's the monologue.